Hey guys, I'm Chez Pride and welcome back to another video where I am building in the game Tiny Glade, which is like a medieval castle themed building game. It's really fun and really relaxing, and they have daily themes, and today's daily theme is a sun temple, and that sounded really interesting to me. I'm very curious what they will start us out with, because when you do the daily theme, they give you like a starting point that you can either choose to use or not, and I like to try to at least use it somewhat, because I feel like that's like a whole challenge, is to like give a theme and then give a starting point and be like go from there. It's kind of like a shell challenge in The Sims 4 where like you get the same starting point but you never know how different it will end up from someone else's. So today's theme, like I said, is a sun temple, so I want to go ahead and attempt that while it is still in time to do it. It doesn't have much time left, but this video probably won't be posted for another couple of days anyways, so doesn't really matter, but I still thought this theme sounded fun. So let's go ahead and jump in the game and get started and see what they give us as a starting point. Okay, so the starting point to me is almost giving like ancient Greece ruins vibes. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but I feel like that fits with the theme being Sun Temple. And I'm just like imagining we make like a path up through these ruined arches and then like maybe extend this hill and make some kind of almost, I don't know, Mount Olympus in a way type building. I don't know exactly how we'll pull that off, but I'm definitely seeing this as a challenge that I want to do. So let's go ahead and start the challenge. I'm going to just start off one by fixing the lighting just a little bit because it's super kind of dark right now, and then we can go ahead and get started on the actual building. So I feel like from here our smartest move would be to start out by clearing out this corner of trees, because I feel like we can always put the trees back, but I want plenty of room to extend the build out towards this back corner, starting with the hill being a little bit bigger, and then we can start by putting that first like Mount Olympus type building on the hill. And I kind of imagine the building, like if we make the hill on this part a little bit flatter and maybe make it where this goes up around this way, we could also erase some of this water hill here to make the path on this rock a little bit wider. And then from there we can make it to where the building would go out like this maybe. So we need to take the hill tool and make the hill more like this. I feel like if we just do almost a square hill and just round it out a little bit there and make sure it goes up into this hill, and then we can raise it up to be more even with that, and that could be a good starting point there. And then from there we go ahead and I guess we'll start out with, oh, the coloring is already actually exactly what I imagined too, so that works out. But I feel like we could put the platform there. We're probably gonna want to put honestly more than one, so we can make that there and then do another one to kind of come out this way, so we can extend it and put it down, make it level, and then go like that, and we're gonna have to extend it out this way. There we go. All right, I feel like that's a pretty good start for our building, and I do want to eventually put a roof on it, but first I want to kind of work to see with what we have when it comes to making columns, because I've never made like a tiny round building, and I feel like that's what we're gonna need. So if we can make this, oh, it goes plenty small. I was thinking it wasn't going to go as small as I wanted it, but that actually works out kind of perfectly. So we can make a bunch of these small round pillars and like put them on the edge and do the two long sides with these. We'll be able to put a roof on it, and it kind of looked like an ancient Greece type situation. So let's go ahead and do multiple ones of these tiny little columns. So we have 2 on the corner there, and then I'll go ahead and put one in the middle here. So we can make this tiny, make it go here. I feel like we need 5 because I feel like 2 in the middle of these would be good. So go ahead and make one here and extend it up, shrink it down, and that makes a good amount of columns there. And then I just want to go ahead and take another square piece, and we can put it there and extend it out, but then lift the bottom to be at the top of the pillars. Oh, it doesn't exactly extend out exactly the right length until I move it like that. And then we can bring this to be a roof and extend that out. And then we're gonna have to do another piece that collides into it. Let's go ahead, before I do anything, change this to be more of a golden color. I guess that's the most golden color we're gonna get. And then I actually want to bring the bottom up even a little bit more, and then bring this up slightly more, and then we can try to copy. So I feel like that's the best I can do with the roof. It still clips a little bit even when I clip them together, but I feel like if we go here and add like a little window, but like just like a whole window, maybe centered a little bit better, but like that on each side, I feel like that will help the vibe of it being an ancient Greece building. I don't know why, it just looks better that way to me, but that kind of looks like an ancient ruins moment. And then we can go ahead, and I want to take a like cobblestone path, maybe a not cobblestone path, maybe this path. Does that look better? I don't know, they all look kind of weird against the gold with it being a sun temple. I feel like I'm trying to use the cobblestone path because it'll look better stone wise when it comes to the pathing, but the dirt path honestly may be the best option. But let's just go ahead and erase the water here and see how that looks. Does that look weird? Oh, that messed up the arching a little bit. Okay, make it like that. And then have like a pathway moment more defined up here. And then maybe we can put a slight stair here. Like, we don't need much of a stair, but I feel like somewhat of a stair would help. I just do like a little piece like that. There we go. So we can have that, and just extend that like that. There we go. That's kind of more in the middle here. There we go. And then they can get into the quote temple type area building. And then honestly, I feel like this is too simple for like a sun temple. Like, this is the basic building I wanted, but what if we made like a bigger building over here? Like, I almost feel like we could make an even taller hill. So like we could make it go up right here and then make a big hill up here and make like an actual temple, because that's like the Greek ancient ruin building I wanted, but I could see like a whole like broken down tower over here. So what if we take the land piece and make it where it loops around right here, and then we can go ahead and raise this up to be kind of a hill upwards. We could even do more of a hill here and really make it go upwards. And then I feel like from there we could make a big hill like up here. So we could go ahead and take the hill and just go like this whole area as a hill. Don't want to miss any holes here, but you can fill that into the corner and then make it really uphill. This, yeah, that's good. And then I guess we could continue the path out this way. So if we put some more stairs, so go ahead and put the stairs here and extend them out to the middle, this, and then take the same pathing we've been doing and bring it up here, make some stairs there, and it can go up this hill to go to a stair there, and then we can bring it out like this. I feel like that looks decent. Probably add some trees or something to blend it in a little bit. But that goes up to there. And then we could do like a path like this maybe. Just do a little swirly path, and then we can have a building like right here, like a big ancient ruin castle temple building. So I imagine that being very square. So we could start out by putting a platform in the middle, and let's for now shrink the roof. I may change my mind on that. Make this kind of even with the path. There we go. And then extend it outwards. Let's see how that does us. So we have that be like the center building. And then I kind of imagined maybe some two taller buildings here in the back. So if we make this go up, that I feel like it needs to rotate a little bit, but like rotate it, extend it to be like that, maybe bring it forward a little bit, and then I could do another building on top. So go ahead and extend this up and put it level with this building, the bottom at there, and then we can make this a bit taller right here. I feel like that would be best. And then honestly, what if we went ahead and gave the roof back, but like we could just make it a little bit rounder? That I feel like that gives Sun Temple vibes. That to the side, so that could be like a tower moment, and then maybe we could have the same thing on the other side. All right, I feel like that's the closest we're gonna get to what I want. And then I'm feeling like we can push this building forward a little bit, and maybe even possibly shrink it down a little bit. Well, I feel like if I shrink it down, I'm gonna have to make these more to the side here like this, and then we can put another square building in the back and it be slightly ever so taller. I feel like that would be the vibe. So let's put another building right in here and extend that and bring it all the way up, flatten the roof. How much? That's not much of a ledge over that. I was expecting it to be a little bit taller, so maybe bring this one down a little bit, because I imagine there being stairs like here that goes all the way up here, and then we can go ahead and extend those stairs and make it more so in the middle. Let's see. Yeah, so we could do it like that, and then that's how they could access this roof piece. And I imagined putting doors into here, so I guess we'll have to go ahead and extend. Can this extend anymore? I don't know if this can actually. Let's see if we yeah, it's not going to extend anymore that way, so I am going to have to bring this back into this a little bit, even though I don't want to, but it's the only way I'm seeing that this is going to work to level in with that. And now I can try putting doors here. Should work now. Well, it's like a porch door. It has a little balcony area. Oh, this one doesn't have a balcony area. That's weird. Okay, well, we have window door there. I guess it's blocked off, and then like a welcoming more door there. And then I kind of imagined having more of an access down here, so we can put some doors there so there's access on both levels. And can I just like put decorations up here? I would like to put some decorations up here, so maybe like that. There we go. So we have some decor up there, so it's like a useful space. And then what if we put taller buildings on this side as well, so we can put another square building here. And honestly, let's just bring this forward, bring this to there, bring this up. And honestly, we can maybe just do a round roof here as well. So if we extend this to there, make this rounder, and then just go like that. I feel like that looks decent. I do feel like we need to level this out with the wall though. Well, maybe it's actually better brought back a little bit and actually move this to be level with that. Okay, I like that. And then we can do the same thing on this side. So maybe like that. I feel like that's almost as even as I'm gonna get it. And then I want to put an actual doorway here. Bring this up. Maybe I could even make it a little bit wider around here. Bring it up like that. And then we can color this. Let's see, there's not really like a golden color, unfortunately, but we could do it like a dark brown, I guess. And then we can go ahead and add windows through here. So I kind of imagined a couple of bigger windows through here. We could do the side windows, but then just make sure to do that big triple window in the middle. But do one right here and one about right here. It bothers me that this is the only one that doesn't have flaps around it, but every time I've tried to fix that in the past, it hasn't worked out well for me. Maybe we can go ahead. Can we put like bigger one of these windows here? Kind of like the idea of it being the bigger window. Just gotta level it out with that. So nope, that's not level. Like that maybe? I think that's about the best we're gonna do. And then maybe we can see if I can fit a little peekaboo moment here to put some more landscaping. No, I think the landscaping actually takes it up. But we could put little doors over on this side, and that'll add some more landscaping stuff as well. And then I kind of imagined putting big windows up here. So maybe we can put some of the bigger round windows like this. I call these round windows. They're more arched windows, I suppose. But if we can get some of these in, and we can do smaller arched ones on the side, I feel like that looks kind of sun god temple-y. And then maybe we could add little flags up here on the very top. I feel like that could work. Not if it's uneven like that though. Maybe more like that. These roofs don't match up quite as evenly as I thought they did. I'm just now realizing that. Oh, and we can actually put flags on the wall. I never actually noticed that before. Maybe let me do that just for fun. That kind of gives like Sun Temple vibes. We can also probably change the color of them, I'm assuming, so they don't have to be blue. Okay, I like that. I like that. Maybe we can add some windows more in here though. Hold on. This is gonna bother me. This window not being as even as I want it to. Let me even it out like that. That's a little bit better. All right. But while I'm thinking about it, let me just actually go ahead and bring this in ever so slightly. I think it'll throw the windows off a little bit, but I feel like maybe it's just the roof needs to be turned. Yeah, I feel like that's slightly better, but we don't want the bottom piece to be off. So let's extend this out a little bit. No, I can't handle it. It's just, do I extend this piece out? Would it be smarter to do that? I feel like sending this piece out would be smarter than shrinking that piece, because it's better to have a little bit more on the side than it is to have less on the side. I don't know. I feel like that's just gonna have to do. I don't feel like I could make it too much more even unless maybe I shrunk it back like that. Of course, I realized this like halfway through the build. We have to remember this game isn't always about being even. It's not always about being even. All right, but let's go ahead and maybe change the color of these flags. Yeah, we can do like a golden flag. That's the vibe. That's a Sun Temple vibe. So like the golden walls with the golden flags. I'll even make these flags golden. And honestly, what if we made the buildings? I like the color of the building, but I feel like we could do like a gold brick vibe on these pieces and then have the middle be super yellow. I feel like that's nice. And I wouldn't even mind perhaps putting just a wall. Can I put a wall up here? Of course I can't put a wall up here. It doesn't want me to put a wall up here. I forgot. I had that problem the last time I did a build. I can't put a back wall here unless I put another building. I don't know if I want to do that. If we can shrink this to be real tiny, maybe we can make this happen, because we can just bring bottom up. So if we put it like this and then scooch this up, it could work as a wall. And then that's as far as shortness of height it'll go, but what if we just do it this? It could be a little bit shorter than that, and then we could have this be this brick as well. Oh, I think that looks better. I actually think that helps a lot. And then maybe we could do like some lights here and then put like a window moment in the middle, so we could do like a big arched window here in the middle. I don't know, I feel like that helps with the vibes. And then maybe we can place some more flags up here. Yeah, I like that. That's giving very much sun temple vibes to me, so let's go ahead and put those there. And then do we want like a chimney moment? I feel like we almost don't need one, but I feel like it would look cool to have smoke coming from here. So maybe we can put one on either side of this like entrance space. So like this, maybe. I don't know, I think that looks cool because, like, you know, sun, fire, it makes sense. And I feel like that's pretty good for like a sun temple vibe moment. Maybe we can put some trees around the place just to kind of add some architecture. So we could put like a tree there. We could put a tree around the temples here. Maybe fill this up with trees a little bit. Put some trees along here. I almost wouldn't mind extending the water a little bit too. So let me put some trees up by the actual temple because I feel like that helps. Well, maybe just the two on the side. I feel like it's a little busy when we put it in the middle. Maybe one right here. Yeah, we could do two on the sides. No, just the one on the side. I think that looks better. I just feel like there needs to be something like right here, and I don't know what to put right there. Maybe I could put a light or something, just a little pillar light. I feel like that helps there be something there at least. And then we probably want to put lights in the actual ruins building as well. We can put little lanterns in the corner. So I kind of don't want there to be too much in the actual ruins building. I feel like that helps. And then I feel like we could extend the water to over here, and that would look nice. Maybe extend it like that. I don't know, I like that. And then do we really need anything else? I feel like this gives very much Sun Temple vibes. Maybe we could put some more trees through this pathway here. Yeah, that looks better. Much better than I was expecting. So we can clear out some trees and have like a clear path up to the temple. So we have a dirt path going this way. So I feel like we could just go ahead and make it a big path through here and just go ahead and maybe extend it to be like a triangle entrance way. I don't know, I kind of like that. So we could do it like this, and then we could even put flowers going up to it. We don't have any flowers in this build, so maybe we could do them across here. There we go. I think that helps a little bit, having these flowers here. And do we want to put flowers anywhere else? I mean, we could put some flowers through the pathway here. Oh yeah, that actually helps a lot. Just having some flowers, rocks. Maybe we could do some in the water right here. Yeah, that looks better. And that's what we can do out here. We could add a little bit of flowerage. I don't know, I feel like that looks nice for the outside. Maybe some through here as well. Just a little bit around the pathway. Yeah, okay, that looks better. That already looks 10 times better. All right, and I think with that, we're probably gonna call it. So put this in to camera mode and show it off as the final piece. I don't know, I actually think that turned out better than I was planning on it to. I think we really use these little ruins as inspiration. I don't know, I feel like this looks nice. So I'm probably going to call it here, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this Tiny Glade build. I've really been enjoying doing these builds on camera. I feel like this is a game I play enough off camera. I mean, if you follow my Instagram, I'm constantly posting photos there of like my Tiny Glade builds or whatever that I'm doing off camera. But I feel like doing them on camera is just so relaxing and fun for a little video. And you guys seem to be enjoying the Tiny Glade series. So if you guys do enjoy enjoy it, let me know. But for now, I'm going to end this one here. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and do all that awesome stuff because you guys are awesome people. I'll see you next time. All right, bye!